Hey, it's Janae here to brighten, enlighten, and ignite your day. Welcome to the first edition of TheGist. Get inspired, start transformation, where I share with you some of the favorite books that I'm reading to help ignite your own inspiration and ultimately help you transform. Okay, so the heart of it is in the middle, and the inspiration from this book for me, one of the things what I have down here is the big R, meaning resistance. So in the book, The War of Art by Steven Pressfield, he talks about this idea of resistance. It's that invisible yet universal force that is constantly pushing us anytime we choose to move forward toward our destiny. Anytime that we choose to evolve, anytime we want to go for more education, anytime we're having a creative endeavor that's going to contribute to the world, we will meet resistance. So being aware of it and knowing that's what's happened is great. But resistance doesn't always show up as we think. Sometimes it shows up as procrastination, or the people closest to you or around you start to act really crazy and want to kind of bring you down. It could show up in work going on, thinking that you have to keep doing more work than actually the work you should be doing. So resistance is prevalent, and knowing that, it's important. All right. And then he says also with resistance, it might show up in the ego. So there's this also battle with the ego versus the self. Now the self is the deepest part of us, the part that contains our dreams, our ideals. That's our true self that's already there, just waiting to emerge into the highest way that it can. And yet the ego, like resistance, is constantly trying to push us down. It's trying to let us know that we're separate. It lives in the material world. So if something hasn't manifested yet, then it must not actually be happening. But the self is that inner knowing that even though something might not be here, it's that spiritual belief that it's true and that you will be able to do the work you need to do. So there's this battle with resistance. So knowing that is one thing, and that inspired me. It really helped give me perspective. But the other part that's really important is then the transformation. So here for under transformation, I have GoPro. And I don't mean the GoPro cameras. What I do mean is Steven Pressfield talks about to combat resistance, you have to make a stance to go pro. And that just means to stop the mindset, to stop your actions as if you are amateur and to be a professional. So for those of us who are creatives, this is extremely difficult because we often like to work when we're inspired and it's the right timing. And yet he says we got to scrap all that. We have to think of like professional athletes, right? Who show up no matter what, do the hard work no matter what, train their motivation, train their discipline. Because it's in this mindset that we are able to keep moving forward no matter what. Because it's important not only to us, but to the world. And in fact, his ending quote is really powerful that I want to share with you. He said, in the end, questions can only be answered by action. Do it or don't do it. It may help to think of it this way. If you were meant to cure cancer, write a symphony, or crack cold fusion, and you didn't do it, you not only hurt yourself, you even destroy yourself. You hurt your children, you hurt me, you hurt the planet. You shame the angels who watch over you and spite the Almighty who created you and only you for your unique gifts, for the sole purpose of nudging the human race 1 millimeter further toward God. Creative work is not a selfish act or a bid for attention on the part of the actor. It's a gift to the world and every being in it. Don't cheat us of your contribution. Give us what we've got. So, I hope that this edition of The Gist will inspire you to combat resistance, turn pro in whatever it is that you are doing. So from my heart to yours, be love.